Hello, my dear children. Welcome back to Social Studies class. So, we will be continuing doing chapter number 18, our rights and duties. So, this is module number 2, and we'll be discussing about fundamental rights and duties. Let's not waste time. Let's move further. So, children, can you tell me who is he? Very good. I know. I'm sure you all know the answer. He is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Let's revise, children, whatever we have done in the class. In the first module, what is a constitution? Every country has a set of rules according to which the government governs the country. It is in the form of a book called the Constitution of India. Our constitution is the longest written constitution in the world. Now, as I asked you earlier, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar was the architect of the Constitution of India. Do not forget this. Now, children, if I ask you why do we celebrate Republic Day, you have to speak up that the Constitution of India came into effect or force on January 26, 1950, 3 years after our country became independent. Since then, this day is celebrated every year as our Republic Day. And if I ask you, what do you mean by the term republic? You have to speak up. The word republic means a country governed by the representatives elected by the people. Okay, we all elect the people. We are the people, we are the citizens of the country, and we elect our representatives, and those representatives govern our country. This particular word means republic. Let's move further, children, and let us revise some more facts. Our constitution gives every citizen, and who is a citizen? People who were born and live in a country are known as citizens. So, our constitution gives every citizen some basic rights. These are known as the fundamental rights. They are six in number. And number first is right to equality, which means that all the citizens are equal before law. Number two, right to freedom. Number three, right against exploitation. Number four, right to freedom of religion. Number five, cultural and educational rights. Number six, right to constitutional remedies. All of this we have done in the Google Meet live classes, and I have also posted a video before this. Kindly revise all the rights given in our constitution. Now, let us revise some important terms used in the fundamental rights of our book. Number first is law. Law are the rules made by the government. Number two is exploitation. Exploitation means to treat someone unfairly in order to get some benefit or profit. That's why we stand against exploitation. हम उसके खिलाफ खड़े होते हैं. Minorities, I have already told you, children, minorities has come from the word minor, which is the opposite of major. Minor means come, major means zada. So, minorities means group of people who are less in number are called minorities. Let's move further, children, and let's discuss what we will be reading in this particular module. So, the new topic is the fundamental duties mentioned in our constitution. So, children, what are fundamental duties? The Constitution of India expects the citizens to perform certain duties towards the country. Such duties are called fundamental duties. Some of them are: number one, we must abide by the constitution. I have already told you the meaning of the word abide. Abide means accept or follow. Number two, we must show respect to the national flag and the national anthem. I have already told you that we always stand in Savdhan position while reciting the national anthem. Number three, we must keep the country united. Ekta, Anekta mein ekta. We must defend the country when it is in danger. We must stand by our country. We must preserve our cultural heritage. I have told you the word heritage has come, from the monuments, the established monuments which are there in our country. So, cultural heritage we have to preserve. We must take care of the environment. It's our duty, children, to keep our surroundings clean. And we have to take care of the public property also, like public toilets, public transport, auto, bus, metro, etc. Parents or guardians. Now, there is one more fundamental duty for your parents or guardians. I have already told you the meaning of the word guardian. Parents or guardian must send their children to school. So these are some of the fundamental duties, children, which you should learn. Okay, they are mentioned in the Constitution of India. And we, as citizens, as responsible citizens of our country, we should perform certain duties. Children, I have already told you that rights and duties are like taraju, okay, like the weighing machine. So if we claim from our government that there are some basic fundamental rights which we need, then we have to perform certain duties also. Okay, duties and rights go hand in hand. They are the two sides of the same coin. Let's move further, children, and let's discuss the last topic of our chapter, the directive principles. I have already told you, children, that if I tell you, please define the directive principles in one word, then you have to say, ma'am, they are guidelines or they are instructions. So, children, what are directive principles? Our constitution lists some guidelines for the government to ensure the welfare of the people of our country. These are called directive principles. Now, children, you must have noticed that there is a fact wise given in your book. The directive principles listed in our constitution were adopted from the constitution of Ireland. So, children, Indian constitution has adopted the directive principles from the constitution of Ireland. Please learn this fact wise and do not forget. Now, let us discuss some of the important directive principles which are mentioned in the Indian Constitution. The Constitution asks the government to ensure that number one, providing proper living conditions to the people. It's the government duty that they should ensure proper living conditions to the citizens of the country. Number two, preventing the rich from exploiting the poor. You have to understand that we should be equal, right? To equality. We cannot exploit just because somebody is rich and somebody is poor. So, preventing the rich from exploiting the poor. Ensuring education of children. Every child should go to school. Number four, providing employment opportunities to the people. Number five, every person gets proper treatment when he or she is sick. So that's the government duty to make sure that we get proper treatment when we are medically not fit. I hope, children, everything is clear. Please make sure that you revise the chapter. So these are the importance of directive principle. Now these are some extra facts for you, children, which ma'am has accumulated for you all. Kindly read them. They are not included in your book, but you will be enjoying them. Okay? All right, let's move further. Please answer these questions in brief. What is a constitution? What are fundamental rights? What are fundamental duties? What are directive principles? Who is a citizen? What do you mean by the term republic? What do you mean by the term law? Define the terms exploitation and minorities. I hope until now you must be knowing all the answers. These questions you have to tackle orally. You can just answer them to your parents, involve them, try to brief them about the chapter. I'm sure they're gonna enjoy it with you. Now, one more hot question which I want to ask you all is, how does the constitution help to run and govern a country for the welfare of people? How does the constitution ensure the welfare of people? We have done this as the last topic. I'm sure you might be knowing the answer. Please think, from which country the directive principles listed in our country has been adopted. Okay, I know you know this answer. Please try to tackle the answer orally with your parents. Thank you so much, children. I'm sure all is set. Your test might be approaching. Kindly revise the chapter very nicely. If you didn't understand any concept, just watch the video again. Good luck for your exam, for your SST exam. Do your best, and I'm sure you're gonna score very good marks. Bye bye, children.